Hello everybody, my name is your cutie Angry Dutchman, and today I'm going to talk about the first two episodes of the RWBY Season 2, or Volume 2 actually. As people that may know, I already did like a video about the trailer, and now I'm going to talk about... I'm gonna make a bi-weekly video series about the RWBY episodes. Every other week I'm gonna talk about the last two episodes. And... yeah. Let's talk. First episode, best day ever. We get introduced to a new character from Sun's team named Neptune, voiced by Kerry Shawcross, and he's like that cool guy, like, sup, dude. By now, the chemistry between the two characters I like. I mean, it's like a cool guy, like, what's up, Neptune and Sun being like. The more gangster version, though not really a criminal, but he's more of like streety. Let's say it like that. And there's also a name drop of Scarlet by Sun that he shouldn't tell Scarlet about Blake being a Faunus, and we do not know who Scarlet is. I maybe think Scarlet might be Velvet, because her last name is Velvet Scarletson or something. So, maybe it's her. But we will find out in the future. It will be weird if they have a connection, because Velvet is from Beacon and they are not. So I don't know how they know each other. Maybe like a Faunus shit, I don't know. Because Sun and Velvet are both Faunus. And then we get introduced to, well, not introduced, but reintroduced to the main characters, the main 8. The Team RWBY and Team Juniper. And at first RWBY's like, let's make the best day ever, and Blake is like all emo, drawing in a book. By the way, in a book we totally see a drawing of Adam, so there probably will be a return of Adam in the series. Yay! Just as free fan ever. So she's like all out there. It's explained why she's a little bit like, no, being grown, you know, I don't want to be part of this. This episode, it's explained in the episode after that, and I will talk about it later. But right now, I'm gonna talk about the most epic food fight ever. We're gonna talk about more details in a fight scene review, which I wanted to have been done earlier, but I got a little bit demotivated when I find out that I didn't save my script. So, yeah, shit happens. I'm gonna rewrite it though, so don't worry. Will be a fight scene review about the food fight. But yeah, we just overall, we can see a lot of use of semblances, and we see like how powerful they can become, because at first we thought like semblances are not that strong. I mean, when they said like RWBY's dash, it's just like, oh well, RWBY can just dash a little bit forward, and why is this glyphs? I don't know what they do exactly. And Piera's magnetism was just a little bit moving Sean's shield. But apparently the semblances are way stronger. I mean, Piera can apparently move like a whole ocean of cans, and RWBY can apparently move at the speed of fucking everything, making a giant fucking tornado in the cafeteria. And, well, the whole fighting scene was pretty interesting, using food as the weapons. And I don't know how some of those weapons didn't break. Probably aura, maybe. That's just like fucking One Piece Haki, this is just aura. By the way, I forgot to talk about the very first beginning of the episode. We are introduced to two new characters, Emerald and Mercury. At first we see them like talking around, having like a good chemistry with each other, like joking around, basic contest, and then they go into a bookstore, Tuxton's bookstore if I'm correct, and they just ask a few his catchphrases like, welcome to Duxton's Bookstore, home of all the books under the sun. And then she's asking like, well, do you have this book? Do you have that book? Do you have this book? And eventually they do not have one book, and they're like, well, you son of a bitch, why do you not have that book? And why are you trying to leave? Because somehow they knew that he was a Faunus, part of the White Fang, and trying to escape it. And apparently Neptune and Emeralds are with Torchwick and Cinderfall. That's the brothers. Cinderfall and Cinderblock. No. Wish that was true, but no. Yeah, apparently Emerald and Mercury are evil. They say like, well, if you're trying to escape the White Fang, we're gonna kill you. And he's like, well, then I'm gonna kill you first. And tries to attack them, but got kicked in the face with gun boots by Mercury. And go. Let's just say that. And then we go to the scene with Sun and Neptune, and then we get to the scene with the food fighting scene. And then we see like Glinda Goodwitch. I think her name's Goodwitch. I just keep calling her Goodwitch because I think that's her name. I'm not 100% sure. So you see Glinda Goodwitch, Glinda walking into the cafeteria and just sets everything back, which is kind of like, well, I was expecting them to be punished. And she also walks in like furious, and then she's like, stop playing with your food. Not like, bitch, I'm gonna smack your ass. But yeah, then Allspin, by the way, are Glinda and Allspin like fucking or something? Like, they are always together. Like, the fuck? But whatever. And he's like, well, you should let them be children because they will not be children forever. And she's like, okay. And then we go to the next part where we see the villains again. Then we see Emerald and Mercury going towards Torchwick, and Torchwick says something like, oh, she sent the children again. It feels just like the divorce. And then he steals a piece of paper from them, and where's the address then from the destination from Duxton. And he's like, how did you get this address? And they apparently said like they wanted him dead because apparently Torchwick didn't kill him. And then you see the big enemy, which even Torchwick is afraid of. We finally get introduced formally. I mean, we saw a little bit of her in the last episode, the last few minutes. We see finally full-fledged Cinderfall, voiced by the lovely Jessica Nigri. And yeah, she comes over intimidating, but I'm not really sold on her voice yet. I mean, there's some improvement on that. Probably because I can't see it. But yeah, she scolds Emerald and Mercury for killing the person. Well, she said especially not to get their hands dirty or not to get blood on their hands. Did I not specifically tell you not to get blood on your hands? Or something like that. I don't know. She talks in a weird way. Like, did I not specifically tell you? It sounds weird in my head. I don't know. If it sounds weird to you guys, tell me. But yeah, then she also scolds Torchwick for slacking. Why didn't you kill him? Why did they have to kill him? Why didn't you do it? And he's like, well, all this fucking shit that I stole. I mean, I'm kind of agreeing with Torchwick here. I mean, fuck, he has like a buttload. I think with all the fucking dust that he has, he can fucking blow up all the world, honestly. I mean, damn. We can see what a little bit what small dust crystals can do in like a skillful huntress like Glinda. Well, what all these dust crystals do at the same with the very good hunters or hunter or... Well, what are the enemies called? Just enemies? Like, I guess they need a name. We in the White Fang. And still... Alright, this is what I still want to know. There are 4 humans. Emerald, Mercury, Torchwick, and Cinderfall. Why do they want to work with the White Fang? That's what I want to find out. And there's like a combination of three things. You have like Cinderfall and those two kids. You have Torchwick and his gang, and you have the White Fang. I don't know. Something's wrong here. What? Why? There's like a combination of all the villains, and I don't know what the motives are of Cinderfall. I don't know what. Well, I know what the motives are of Torchwick because he just wants money. But why are the White Fang working together with Torchwick? The same question Blake asked, and I think it's a very valid question. Like, why are they working together? But maybe that will answer soon, because right now, episode 2, we are introduced to a Dungeons and Dragons with Yu-Gi-Oh kind of game. No, wait. Why do I always skip to the second scene? The first scene is the introduction to General Ironwood. Correct, it was Ironwood. Man, I'm so good with names nowadays. But yeah, when you see like Ironwood come in with a fleet, and they're talking about something Crow said, the uncle of RWBY. So apparently Crow is a very important man who probably knows a lot. So he will probably be a very important character in the future. Which, hey, Rooster Teeth, if you look for a voice actor for Crow, I'm the man. I can do any old guy, wise guy voices. Nah, it won't work because I'm Dutch and probably I need to record every line over there and it won't work. Won't work. They're talking about the war, which I said in my trailer analysis. I want to see a war. I like wars in anime. I don't like wars in real life. No, they are horrible. But in series, wars are maybe like the coolest events, because then you see in wars you normally see like the strongest characters fighting the strongest characters, which normally doesn't like include the main characters, because the main characters are still like students or still like not the strongest. And I want to see like the stronger characters like fight off against the stronger characters. I'm very curious about that. I'm wondering if something like that will happen. If it doesn't happen, sad Dirk. If it will happen, yay Dirk. And then we go to the Dungeons & Dragons / Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard game, where you see more RWBY and Y shipping. I mean, come on. You're just feeding the fans right now. You're like, do you like RWBY and Y's? Well, right here you have RWBY. You have Y's in RWBY's arms, while RWBY says no. When in the first episode, and now in the second episode, you see RWBY and Y's arms, and both crying. You're just fan servicing now, right now, really, Steve. And I'm not into the shipping part, so I'm not fucking. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You see Neptune and Sun going in there. You see Neptune making a move on Wise. You see Sun kind of making a move on Blake, like trying to be like, "Hey, pal." I mean, I think they would not work. They won't. I mean, Blake is too. And Sun is too happy. I mean, I know the opposites attract, but these are like polar opposites. I mean, damn. I don't think this kind of opposites do attract, but whatever, they can do whatever the fuck they want. But I can see like Neptune and Wise getting together. And that would be cool to see. Anything more? What happened after that? Well, Blake runs away, walks away. She says like, I don't feel like playing this game anymore. And then the RWBY crew eventually comes back, and they probably have played further with Neptune, because they say like, well, the new bug guy beat him. And then like the big conflict happened between the main characters. Not the really conflict, but the real realization, like people, the White Fang is planning something big. We're boned, so we need to be stronger, or we can better just get the fuck out of here. So I don't know what they're planning to do to get stronger. Like the last scene, like I've watched that scene over and over again when Ruby says something. I do not know what Ruby says. If somebody can put it in the comments, like, what the fuck did Ruby say at the end? Because I do not know. Are they like, I do not understand what they are agreeing on at the end of the episode. But whatever. I mean, they agree on, I think, fighting the White Fang. But whatever. And then Ruby realizes that she left the board game at the library, and then she runs against 3 familiar faces: Emerald, Mercury, and Cinnafall. They have infiltrated the beacon by telling, well, we are I put it down recently. We are coming from Haven, and we was like, oh my god, are you here for the festival? Well, if you want to go, you have to go to another place. And I'm like, well, thank you for telling me. I am Jessica Negri, and I cannot normally voice act. I'm sorry, I'm being way too fucking harsh on Jessica Negri. But she's just so weird, man. She's so fucking weird, man. I'm sorry, Jessica Negri, I love you, but you sound so fucking weird, man. But yeah, those are the 2 episodes, and right now, I want to talk about one very important thing, which has bugged me, and I put it in the comments already. So if you noticed it, kudos. But if you didn't, here I'm gonna tell it. Yang. Who is Yang? I don't know who Yang is. Do you? Well, yeah, she's the character from RWBY, but for the rest, we know next to nothing about her. I mean, RWBY got formally introduced. She has shown character. She's that little hyperactive girl that wants to be a hero and wants to be the best around, and no one else gonna keep her down. We have Wise, who, well, we know she's kind of like that heartless, but she has that soft feeling, she has that soft part, and wants just the best for everyone around. We have Blake, who has a troubled child, so he's right now a little bit lonely and hold back. Then we have Sean, the weak body, so he tries to be overcompensating it with a strong personality. We have Pierre, somebody with a strong, somebody who's strong and knows she's strong and tries to help everybody, who is a kind-hearted. We have fucking Cardle, who is just a bully because he's stronger than a few others. Because he's stronger than other people. By the way, my camera is almost up, so I have to be quick. We have Cardle, who is just an asshole, and then we have Yang, who has little to no personality. So please, Bruce Steve, give her personality, not just a bad joke, not just the one-liner, but give Yang personality. I want to see more of Yang. I want to see more of like Team RWBY, but Yang is right now just 2 things: boobs and Yang and RWBY's sister. She's nothing more. So please improve. Give me more Yang. Not give her boobs, but give her more personality. I want to see more personality of Yang. Please. Just show more personality in the fucking trailer than in the past season and this season combined. So please, give me more Yang. That's all I ask. I'm the Dutch running gamer. No, I'm not. That was like an alternate name for me. I'm the Angry Dutchman, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching this video. Press on me if you want to see a previous video, or press on the subscribe button if you want to subscribe and see more of my videos.